Hello. Okay, let me get the music going. So I'll give a quick introduction. I am writing a code generator that scrapes this website. This is Oanda trading website. This is their API. They don't have any open API documentation. They just have these REST calls, and like they have documentation, but they don't have an open API definition. So that gives you the call, the parameters, and example response. And we already have code that scrapes most of this. And then it has these definitions of like what is an account, and then these like structures or whatever you want to call it, classes if you like, that we already defined. So that's all good already. So we can go like this is an Oanda v2, which is a generated code. We can have a look at, we call them definitions, instrument for example. It's all generated from what structure is that? Instrument, which is in the instrument is in the account definition for some reason. No, it's not. It's in the instrument definition. It's somewhere in there anyway. Order definition. Anyway, this is somewhere in there, and there are like lots of these stop order requests, and then that has instrument name inside of it, and then look, there's instrument in the primitives section. See the name of the instrument, the name of the instrument. So this is generated from that. Now we're working on generating the actual code that does the REST call from this, and that's where we're kind of stuck. Just bring whole bacon. Type right. What's up with my keyboard? How did I make this not pretty before? I didn't. I just, instead of using bacon, because the trouble with bacon is it regenerates every time you change your code, and literally the build script changes the code. So when you run check, it generates more code, so bacon just going blah, repeating itself over and over. So we're just gonna go cargo. That's beautiful. Okay, so now we can just run this once and then wait. So these are all the warnings and errors in my program, and okay, unused schema. So that's where we're at here. So I'm trying to remember what all these functions do. This is the generator endpoint, which is that. Let me show you an example endpoint. How we got so far. Bat source endpoints. So we've got this so far. This is for the accounts. Get. Yeah, I called it get. No, I didn't. That's that one. That's get account ID. Where is accounts? There it is, right there. So all it does so far is get the URL, which is a version tree accounts, and add the authorization header, which it gets. It doesn't even get it as a parameter. So let's make that happen first, shall we? Got the name, and that's the name, and then we need to get the parameters in there. Oh, this is gen response. Where is gen endpoint? These are the calls, so it'll be gen call. Generates a single method that performs a REST API call for a certain endpoint. So we need to accept all the parameters in the call method name we got there. Let's see where that's used. Nowhere. Oh, right there. Okay, so this needs to have all the parameters in it. I've got the params, yay. And then why don't we use the params? I'll use them down there. Call the parameters editor.map get param. We're only using the get param. Yeah, we haven't done the path params or the query params yet. But then the other thing we have to do is, I guess you could call them params. How are they getting generated? Bring it over just adding it to the call client.get, and then adding a header or whatever it is. Okay, so we need to go. We'll call these param usages. Param usage. That's a terrible name, but I can't think of a better one right now. And this will have to be renamed too to get param. Let's think of a better name. Usage. Declarations. Definition. I call them definitions and declarations. I don't know. No. Usage for now. Okay. Does that seem right? And then what does that call? Gen param. This is okay. Rename to gen param passings, because it's passing it to the. Let's give it a title. Generate the code where we're passing parameters to the REST API. Gen param pass. Generate the code that passes a parameter to the REST call. Let's look at the same. I'm gonna differentiate it. Oh, yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Let's go back to here, and we go let params equals gen param. Literally gonna call gen param. Well, I guess we're passing the call in there, and that's gonna say, oh, that thing doesn't exist, so we'll make it. There it is. Generate. Should be gen params. Okay, undo. Yeah, gen params. And now make it. Save. Make that function. Just a comma. Delimited list of params. And let's have a look down here at REST call, which is what we're calling. So we've got an endpoint path call parameters, so we want all the parameters. Call.parameters. We're just going to iterate them anyway, so probably going to make a vec of names and name colon type name. I like that. It's so simple. We're going to do. We can just do it right here. Dot map parameter, and then we're going to go quote. No, we're going to make it a string, and then we'll quote it after. Oh no, because then it. Wait, what did I just do? Undo. I don't know how I'm gonna name and type name, but we're gonna have to actually create those. And name's gonna have to be an identifier, and type name is gonna have to be an identifier. Do we need to change the case? I don't know. We'll find out later. Hey, I don't want to have a break right now. Thank you. Ident new, and we're passing p.name as a parameter, as a reference, and we need to pass the call site, which I don't know how to do. Span. Let's copy that. Why don't we just import this? I don't even know what this is. I just know that it makes good code. I don't know why I'm calling the function over and over again. Okay, and that'll be the name, and then the same thing for the type name. So that's one parameter. Great. Now I need to figure out a way to eliminate them. So if it was a string, I'd just collect it in a vec and then join it. But I can do that, can't I? I don't know. Let's ask Bing. Come to me, Bing. Give him our code. Go to precise mode. Otherwise, it just lies. I have this Rust code that generates more Rust code. How can I collect the quotes and join them with commas? Answer me, Bing. So I know how to do it with strings, but I don't know how to do it with output of quote, which is I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I know I would have done that. Okay, it's, oh, you should have connected it in a vec, and that's what I was going to do. Okay, so we're going to do that. Click that in a vec. Okay, we'll see if that works. It reckons you can join it, but I don't think so. Okay, let params vec, or what is it called? A token stream. This is going to return a result. Token stream. Okay, and then we go dot collect. That's the params. And then we just go what? Okay. Params.collect. Oh, params.join. But it's not going to be a token stream, and then we have to, maybe you can just go dot into. Exists for token stream, but its trait bounds will not satisfy the following. Okay, join needs to have. Yeah, you can't do join because it needs a slice. It doesn't implement slice, maybe? I don't know, it doesn't implement join. Okay, so thank you, Bing, for being wrong. So we'll have a bunch of token streams, but then how do we quote them together? Let's have a look at the docs. Go to quote. No, quote's not from micro, but anyway. Token stream from. Okay, so we could make this a string, but then it's gonna quote it when it goes to token stream. Dot into. Okay, no, this is wrong. Okay. Where does quote come from? It is that is quote, of course, the quote. Let's see if there's anything called join in here. Delimit, no. Join, no. Hide in a fragment, specialized formatting trait. Used by format ident. And look, ident fragment is implemented by string. So we can't join the macro, the parameters. In quote, we can, let me go back to quote. They have a way to join things with a star. Oh, it does. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Okay, go to quote. There. That. The character before the asterisk uses separator. Rah. Yeah. Bam. And it's not called var, it's called params. And then this thing should be curly braces. Okay, we did it, yay. Now let's call that and put it in the, go to the definition, go to the usage, which should be there. And then we can literally just put the params here. Params. Yay, and now we can cargo build. And do a get diff. No, it doesn't work. Gen response schema. This is other code I was working on that now doesn't work. Gen endpoint line 96. I'll just leave it out for now. Oh look, there it is. It's just got 2 E's. Response. It's got like a weird. Okay, so that's cool. We can run the build at least, even though we get errors. Failed to run custom build. Didn't exist. Now I knew it didn't finish, but let me go get diff dot. Okay, it did not do anything. So let's go back to Oanda. Let's go dot dot cargo run. I don't know which binary. Cargo run writer, and that will give us maybe some more better output. I panicked. Accept date time format is not a valid ident. So I'm guessing that in the gen param we need to change the case of the name. I'm gonna put a snake case, and then for the type name Pascal case. To the string, so we've got to give it a reference. Beep, pop, done. Why are there errors here? Unused variable name. Oh, but it's literally used right there. Maybe that's just a bad. Not yet implemented. I guess we hit it not yet implemented, but still, we'll probably have a better Z Oanda version. Version 2, cargo build. What did we build? Nothing. We're just hitting not implemented, which is the to-do here. In order to make these work, I just go. Just comment them out. So bad. Build it. Yeah, at least we're generating stuff now. Okay, so now we're getting params. Oh, it's literally coming up name and type name. That's why the compiler was telling me that it's unused. Gen params. I've got to put like a hash in here. Silly me. Now the compiler error. Now that warning's gone away. Now we've got authorization, accept date time of one. Yay! So that's a step forward. But we'll go back to do. Put those to dos back wherever they were. code because that's nice. Now generates the function parameters for calls. Yeah. Step forward. Push that up. Maybe we need to get these things working. How do you pass a path parameter? Let's do that, because I don't like having these to do's that are just blocking everything. Gen path param. What if you're gonna call yank? Why don't we just get that match inner brackets? Okay. Like, oh, that doesn't exist. Let's do it. Generate it. It should be gen path param used to generate code that passes a parameter in the path for to the request library through request. So now we go to request docs and remember how to pass a parameter through a path. Segment set path. We'll just figure it out. It's probably in the URL. Params, those are like query params, JSON. We're going to modify the path, so we'll be using the URL lib. As Bing can hopefully answer this simpler question in Rust. Request. Suppose I have a URL like a.b.com / some path. How do I programmatically add more segments? You know what, it's just going to be format. It's going to say, oh, use format. Let's have a look at one of the path params. Let's go to here, set.jls content.yaml. That's not a param. Those are the parameters named located in, so we need to go located in path. There we go, there's one. So this is account ID. So let's look at it's account, literally that. So it's like there's an account ID in the path name, and we need to replace it with the actual account ID. Okay, we can figure that out. So, but we'll need to know what the string that we're replacing is. Let's go back to that. I can literally go here. Z minus that. So we have this account ID. So we need to go replace. We'll have the parameter name, right? Because it'll be called account ID, maybe. Let's look. Let's just bring up another one of these. Z and generator. Yeah, so we know the parameter name is account ID, so we have to make a search and replace. Handlebar Z template replacement. That should be easy. So how are we gonna? Okay, whatever we're gonna. So our code is gonna be something like quote let URL equals URL.replace, and then in here we're gonna have a string that, and then they're gonna put the quote in here. I don't know how we can do that. Oh, we can. We have to put plus hash we'll do that param. How do you do stuff in? Okay, we need double quotes. Man, they're going to be double, triple, quadruple. Okay, you know what? We'll just go like that. Plus param, which will be. We'll just put name. That's easy. Plus that. And probably we should stringify that. I don't know. We can do this. We can go let to replace equals quote. I think if I just do that, it will work. Is that neat? Okay. And it will automatically put quotes around it because it's basically just a string with curly braces around it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then it's the class literally. That's all our code is going to be. But yeah, that's it. And then it just keeps on going over and over and over. And we don't need to be a result anymore because there's no errors happening. And there's no error for that. It's so easy. Okay, we don't even need the description even. I'll just put OK here and there and get rid of the description. And then query. Okay, well for now we'll just go generator to do in the generated code, and we'll figure it out. We'll put gen query. You know, I'll just go gen param passive query params. That will remind me that I need to do that. Okay. So, I mean, will that just work? Failed to generate all the... Oh, it's the formatting's failed. Okay. Okay, let's see why the formatting failed. Let's just try to format that manually. Let's look at the first error. To use asynchronous switch to Rust 2018 or later. Edition 2021. Now the error is let URL equals URL. Ah, because of... Okay. So where it's generating the code, if we go to references, it'll be there. It'll be there. Param usage, so it's generating the URL that URL equals. So we want, in this case, we want the param usage to be above the HTTP method. Because it's here, it's joining it onto the request stuff, so we need that to return an enum so we can know how to use it. Param type, and then we can just put URL or request. That's all we need. This parameter modifies the URL. This parameter modifies the request call. And then that will return. Oh, and they've both got to contain a token stream. instead of that, it will return a param type, which means maybe we just need to make it, okay, we just add our own undo. Okay, gen param passings, and then we're going to go, we'll have another function which will be gen URL param passings. Here's the code where we're passing parameter, where we're inserting parameters into the URL. It doesn't need to be updated. Okay, so then we'll just go dot filter, and we're just going to say p. What is p in this case? We don't know. It's a RESTful parameter. Let's go here. Oh, it's right there. Look, name located in, and then located in is probably enum. So we're going to go match. No, we can just add it down here though. We can just go implement located in pubfn in URL, and it returns a boolean, and then we can go match self, and if it's a path, it's a true, otherwise it's a false. I like to put the code here rather than up there, because it'll make that code smaller, which would be nice. Returns true only for path params. And then we can actually change this to in path. We can change that to generate path params, and then we can go p dot located in path. We only want the ones that are in the path, and then we just click done. Nice, and then the other one's going to have a different filter, which will be the opposite basically. And just put a not in there. So then when we use this, we can go let path params equals gen path param passings. Even have a doesn't return a result, so we're good. So we get the URL. We're gonna go let URL equals hash path at the beginning. Then we're gonna, oh, do we want to generate so much code? Yes, we do. And then we're gonna go path params to modify it. Then that's just going to be URL there. Okay. Is that going to work? Why is this giving errors? Oh, it's going to be located in. This expression looks like matches macro. Oh, so it's saying I can make it better. Try matches. Aha, thanks, bro. That was the Clippy telling me I can make my code a lot simpler. That was handy. Okay, we go back to here. What's wrong? The trait bound token stream is not satisfied. So what if I change? I added that. So if I delete that, we're happy. Maybe it's because that's returning a result after all. Okay, that's fine. No, okay, and let's run the code. Cargo build. Still having trouble with the formatting. harder to do thing. Yeah, of course. Okay. Is that gonna be happy? Closing the limited priority meant for this. I guess I'm not getting a closing parameter. It's literally here. Ah, because my how can I put a comment in? Why can't I type anything? My keyboard's slipping off my tape, my arm. Okay, done. Build. It's got errors, but now we got okay. So go get URL equals accounts net URL. That's fine. I think it's not beautiful, but it's okay. And then replace. Let's put curly braces and then the quotes around account ID. That's not what we want. So let's find whatever that is. I can't remember the name of it. Generate path param. Is that gonna work? Cargo build and then get div dot. It is replace hashtag. That's not replacing the hashtag name now. Let's look at the quote lib for a quick fix. No separators. The character before the asterisk is used as a separator. Repetition can contain other tokens. I want to know, how do I quote stuff into a string? Can I just go let name equals quote hash name? This doesn't seem right. Oh, I can use that interpolation stuff to contain other tokens and then to surround it. Maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna get it done, and that's. To just get it done, we'll just actually generate the format. And that's got to have double quotes. And then it's going to have hash name in here. Which seems weird, but doesn't like these. Okay, see, you've got to double it, so you've got to triple it. Which look weird, but okay. That looks horrible. But that's generating the right code that we. No, it's not even generating the right code that we want. Oh no, this is because we want. Okay, no, okay, so we don't want format then. That looks too horrible. We're gonna say, give me a string like that plus hash name plus another string like that. How's that look? Replace this account. That looks really bad, but I mean, it'll get the work done. Cool. I'm happy about that. Yay. let's generate that code, I guess. We can now pass path parameters. Push it up. Okay, and then the last param we got to do is this thing that's in there to do as a query param. Let's have a look in here for query. So instrument. Okay, I'll go to the top and get this one. This is account ID / instruments. Let's look at the code there. So the account ID gets in the parameter in the path, and then instruments is passed as a query param. And we know how to do that because where's my request? JSON forms, not form. Get request. It is basically like that, params, but we want to pass it as not form. I guess that's just okay. Let's do that. We're going to generate code like that for all the pass params, for all the query params. Gen query params. Probably going to have a param. Can't type and for some reason. No. Just need the we need the param.name and the param value. How are we doing it without the param.value? We don't need a description. I'm just gonna say, oh, that doesn't exist. I'm gonna make it return a result because we probably need that. Generate this code. Create. I'm probably using the word generate way too much. Generates code that passes a parameter via an HTTP. Param. So let's just type what it's going to look like. It's going to be something like param name is going to be hash name, so that's easy. And then the value, which I don't know where we're going to get the value from. It'll be an ident of name. That as ident equals ident new name and I don't know how to do that call side thing. Because I copy and paste it so much. It's like when you use GPS and then you can't remember how to navigate anywhere. Place. And then hash ident. Maybe we should call that value or something. Rename to value. And then there may be multiple of those, so we may change that into that. So basically we need this gen param pass is basically no good anymore because everything's going to be this function here. Everything's going to be generated separately. We're going to go gen path param passings. Then we're going to have another one which is going to be header params. I just renamed this to gen header param passings. We can get rid of passings now because params gen path params. And then we're going to have another one which is going to be, they're not going to call gen param pass, they're going to call straight up. In this case, they're going to call straight up gen header params. I've named it wrong. Gen header param. That's good, that's good. that's good. Ah dear, I've broken. I've lost that code now. There it is. It's right there. It's all good. Okay, we're all good. So that gen header params is going to call gen header param. Nice and easy. It's like, no, you expect to take one argument, it takes 2 arguments, and it's going to take, okay, fine. It's going to take p.name, and let's just check the description. Put an ampersand here because we're not moving it, we're borrowing it. Beautiful. So that's the header parameter there, and that function is going to go away completely. Bam. Then what do we have to do when it generates the functions? It generates really long names. You don't even need that. Okay, so it doesn't actually return a token yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. So gen param, gen header param. So then way up here where we're going gen params, that's going to become, that's okay, path param. Param use is going to be named header params, and then we're going to add query params. I'll put them in the middle. Let query params equals gen query params, and that doesn't exist. Okay, it's going to say a similar function exists. This is a single query param, so we're going to have one of those, which select header, change to query, and located and path we're going to have not. So we're just going to have to, let's go to that. We're going to get rid of in path. We're going to go is path, is header, and whatnot. Select path, we're going to change it to header, and it's going to complain about that now, so we just say rename it, assurance true only for header parameter, and then the other one is query. Select header, change to query, and a complain, and we just fix it like that, and we should put them in the same order as what they're defined in header, path, and query. Beautiful. And then everywhere we go in path, we're going to change it to is path, and this is going to become is header, and we get rid of the not, and then this is going to be the same thing, and it's going to become is gen query. Easy. And then gen query params here. Why is it complaining? It takes 1 argument but 2 are supplied, and what we need is a name anyway. So this one we're gonna have to let we're gonna have to format it params, which is a vec of token stream equals that. I think we can do that. Can we do that? No, I'm not smart enough. Oh, okay, so the smart is just okay. Then we got to add in here. Okay, quote, and in the middle of the quote, we're just going to put hash open brackets hash params. Then has a comment limited, and I think you put a hash at the end. I can't remember. Where's the interpolation stuff gone? just search for hash, not here. Search for hash open brackets. Ah, there it is. That's what I just wrote though. Okay, it's like hash and then it's a star at the end. Okay, cool. Done. So that, and then we got to surround that whole thing in square brackets. Okay. Mismatch delimiter. Okay, fix that. Does not. Okay, so I've got to actually put this vec in the collect. And that's got to become. Oops. Match around that. No, that's not the right one. Match around that. And result. And then it can just return early with a question mark. We're all good. Beautiful. So gen query param is just going to be name value. I think we're good to go, man. Cargo build. There was an error, but that's no, okay. And get diff, no difference. This is engine endpoint where. Okay, so where's the error? Assume the function again, gen params, gen path params. This can become gen path param. What's wrong with this? Type mismatching function argument. I bet it takes like a. And it takes a name, so we can just go .map. Should we do .map? Whatever. No, we can just call it. The value of result prop record token error cannot be built from elements of token stream because gen path param doesn't return a. Doesn't actually create any errors. Okay, that's good though, right? So we'll just make this not return errors too. And then there's going to be a new error now because that doesn't generate errors. That's all. Okay, unused import, remove. Okay, let's go with that. Build and diff. Still not beautiful. What's the error now? It's just errors in that code, but it's building okay. Why is it not building beautifully? Gen core. Query params is not used, so we've got to do that, and that will be right here. I'll do header params and then query params. So we've got to generate the query method. What if there are no query params? Then we're gonna add in here dot params, I guess. Put that at the end. I put it like that. Nicer like that. But then what about the case where there are no query params? See, query is nothing. Would that be fine? I don't know. Let's have a look at request. Is it params at them? How do we pass a query to a query? A query to a query. It will be somewhere in here. pass with params. That's for URL stuff. Where are we in the URL? We want to go to request. When they go to the builder. Where's the request builder? Request builder. Okay. Do you have something like path? No, param? That's only for form. Do you have something like query? Ah, there you go, query. And it takes a reference to that. I guess that's good. I'm gonna put a reference in here. Okay. So all these times query is going to be nothing. But then at one point, they're going to actually have query params there. Instruments. That looks good. Nice header. We need, there's some case changing needs to happen. Yeah, that needs case changing. Okay, we can do that. Change query param, and the value is going to be snake case. And that's got to be the query word, not params word. Okay. This should be called like param input. That's better. Then this should say query. Now where's one where there's a query with something in it? So this is saying, instead of saying URL, if you're going to instruments, and then it says since transaction ID. Why is that different? Oh, because it had a colon. No, it doesn't. That looks good. Okay. And now theoretically have query params. I'll say pass. Push that up. Yeah, we're making some progress. Now we need to get this response stuff sorted out. I think I'll go have a break now. Thank you for watching. Whoever's watching, have a wonderful day.